You know how in most villainous shows they'd be like, so I'm a villainess and I just stop everything in my power so that I won't get a bad ending. Or I didn't decide to become a villainess, but I have to be one. And there are some who pretend to be one. Well, this one is a whole completely different story because she chose to be one and she don't even care about it to begin with. And she had a valid reason on top of that. And you know how characters that get treated terribly throughout their lives and they get revenge for it? This is basically the scenario. And this was a very satisfying moment. No one else there was safe. Frying everyone left and right. But how did we even get to the situation to begin with?
Flashback.
We see our young protagonist and she already getting scolded already. And you might be wondering why she's getting scolded frame 1. It's because she beat the life out of someone just because they were doing too much. She got that straight New Yorker energy. But the other reason why he's trying to scold her now is because she's about to go into that royalty life. But that's kind of impossible to ask for a fighter. Like imagine you try to tell Goku to put the fries in a bag and stop fighting. You're basically just sending yourself to the other world at that point. Just say hi to Kid Buu for me. But anyways, later on in that day, she met the person she was arranged marriage with, and he was already talking crazy to her, and she was ready to beat him right off the jump, but she actually decided to restrain herself. It was a blessing that she didn't, or he'll wind up just like that. Smile for the camera for me. But he took that blessing into advantage, and he started to abuse her like crazy, all because he had more power than her. And can we stop and rewind real quick? This alone right here, she should have sent him 10 feet under the grave, because how did he even manage to make you do something like this? Obviously all the other stuff too, but this alone is just completely dangerous. Ref, do something about this. So she tried to tell her father about everything what happened, and he gave a sorry excuse and be like,
oh, I'm sorry, I had to go kiss ass for their other father as well. So you kinda had to bear it. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, I would have said screwed everything and took matters to my own hands. I would not care. And trust me, it will be worth it. But anyways, we go and cut a little bit in the future, and we still see him doing this type of BS. Unpunished and all. I know his breath be stinking too, but she's just too used to the smell. But he decided to go take her out to go and talk about something. And things were about to escalate real quick because she was threatening to cut her hair. And of course she's not going to let that happen. So she was ready to send him to the ER real quick until they were stopped. His life basically got saved. So they decided to go stop the commotion that was going on. And he also said things were going to get interesting later on. And once he said that, she knew something was fishy.
A few moments later.
He basically got number 1 on the leaderboard above her. And she was questioning how because she got nearly everything perfect. Then he came out of nowhere to her and whispered to her that getting everything perfect was easy, taunting her. So she felt some type of way and decided to get on a training arc. And after she went through all of that, it paid off. So he basically came by out of nowhere again and basically taunted her that he wasn't even trying. And the worst part about everything, everyone was confirming about it.
Oh my goodness. Hell no.
Honestly, I would not be surprised if she knocked everyone out right then and there. And I wouldn't even blame her. In fact, I'll cover my ears and look the other way. She got it, Chief. So she felt extremely annoyed about that. So she basically just ignored him for the rest of the day. But he kept on being persistent throughout the whole entire day. So she decided to go give him the attention that he was begging for. And they got to chatting until she started to feel some type of way. Well, until he just said something that was diabolical. And he said he sees her as a lab rat. And pulls up proof that he was getting evidence of her. Is he treated her like a gacha game? Yeah, bro. At least he put her to the 5 stars. But oh my gosh, just I'll dig a grave for you real quick. You don't have to worry about it. But that was her last straw.
End of flashback.
So we are at the party. This dude announced for a divorce in front of everyone, just to hook up with someone else. And she knows that he's breaking the contract, but he don't care. And guess what? Everyone else don't care as well, which makes her mad confused. So both of them was trying to talk crazy to her, and she was like, you know what? Bet then. So she asked for one final request before she leaves. Mind you, she's still going to do this anyways. So she was basically like, let's just go entertain her since this is the final request before she leaves. And oh man, y'all made the biggest mistake. And they gave her the permission to beat the life out of everyone there. So she wasted no time and went after his girl first. He gave her a devious ass punch, sending her flying all the way to 2 people. And she felt good about that. Stand proud. You are strong, Scarlet. But here's the thing, she's not remotely close for being done. Because she walked towards the middle in front of everyone, got her fighting glove on, and he was like, who's first? So of course they go and try some of the guards on her. But she knew they were just doing their job, so she decided to go put them all to sleep instead. Quite literally the best outcome for them. So she decided to walk up towards one of them and gives them the meanest uppercut like she's from Street Fighter. She did not care what anyone has to say because she knows that those scummy people are cooked. They were all basically trying to look after themselves. So then she was like, alright, bet. And she decided to use time magic just to beat everyone up there. She's making sure she's using her magic for good use. And she's having a fun time while doing it. No sign of regret of what she's doing at all. Now there's only one person left and she saved the best for last. So she turned around and it's like, I didn't forget about you. And she gave him the meanest punch out of everyone, sending him flying to the wall, giving him his personal dent. And she felt satisfied about that. And that was basically the end of that episode. And I'm not gonna lie, that's how you make a Villianess. You don't really just force upon them and like, oh, this and that, oh, sprinkle some light or whatever, like, oh, they're in a game or something. No, giving them a good story like that and actually acting like one, I don't know about you, but that's actually entertaining to watch. And the people she beats up to deserve it 1000%. So it just makes things 10 times more satisfying to watch. And can you really blame me for that?
No.
But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, but if you have not watched this anime yet, I highly recommend that you should. It's a good watch in my personal opinion, especially if you watch a ton of Villianess animes. This one is like a whole different story. But hey, what's your thoughts about this? You should let me know. But that's besides the point though. I yap a little bit too much, but I really hope you enjoyed this type of video. And if you did enjoy it, like, we appreciate it, share, be nice. Make sure you use the hype button. That's new and it helps out a lot for the videos. And I do stream on Twitch as well. If you're ever interested in joining my Twitch or Discord server, it'll be in my description. If you're interested in any type of Sonic game, anime watch streams, gacha games, or if you just want to talk about anime in general, hey, it's right there. Also, I do have a Nintendo channel, but that's besides the point though. I really do hope that you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time in a different video. If not, I hope you have a good life. I love y'all. Stay blessed.